Okay, tonight is about meeting and greeting 3 people who are running for city council.
And who's going to go next? Lisa. So this is Lisa Scott. She can definitely speak for herself.
On and off for about 8 years, really 5.5 years, going on 6, and I love it. And my favorite line is, on Sunday when I watch the tourists leave town, I get to stand on my deck and go, I get to stay. So I'm really excited to be part of this community. It's really important. I have lived on the harbor almost all of my life, with the exception of the first 10 years. I grew up in Montesano. I graduated from Montesano High School. I went to Grays Harbor College for 2 years and left to get my 4-year degree at Eastern Washington University. My dad and mom own and operate a small business that they bought in 1979 and still own it. They've moved a ton of people in and out of Ocean Shores. So if you know Grayport Transfer and Storage or AA Star Transfer, that's my mom and dad. My significant other, who couldn't be here tonight, Stuart May, also owns Fusion's Art Gallery. He's had that for almost 20 years in downtown along Point Brown. So we're very vested in the community. My dad, as I mentioned, sent me a job application for the Port of Grays Harbor, and every day I'm thankful that I got the opportunity to come back home. So I worked for the Port of Grays Harbor for 8 years, and then I went to work for the City of Aberdeen, where I still work today. I've been there for over 21 years, and there I'm the Director of Community Development, which handles the planning, building, code compliance, and property maintenance for the City of Aberdeen. So the reason I run is because I have always been involved in giving back to the community, and as a public servant, and Sean and everybody else on City Council, if you work in Courtney, when you work for the city, you are a public servant. You're there to help the community and help your citizens achieve what they need to achieve, whether it's getting a building permit, whether it's getting a question answered, or if you have a water line break. So that is in my heart. I love giving back to the community, and I thought this is a good opportunity for me to take the skills that I've learned over the almost 30 years and put that to good use. And as Eric mentioned, I was appointed to City Council almost 5 months ago, and the first 4 months we took a comp plan that had been stagnant, had been passed from the Planning Commission onto the City Council, and kind of sat stagnant for about 1.5 years. In the first 4 months, we've cranked out 4 chapters. We have another ad hoc committee that did the housing chapter, which really was a difficult chapter. We're just a little bit away from getting that complete, and that is the goal, at least for me, to get that done by the end of this year and have a comp plan that is in place and defensible. And then I'd love to move on to the zoning code and have that zoning code updated to match what that comp plan does for the city. And it looks at your 20-year long-range vision, and your zoning code will have that and help guide those development principles. We hear a lot about lot clearing and over clearing and not being responsible to the environment and replanting those trees. I think the city has done an amazing job in hiring Marshall. He has been overwhelmed beyond belief with the stack of grade and fill permits that he's gotten, but boy is he doing a good job, and he is trying to unbury himself from all the development that's happening. So significant amount, and it's amazing that the job he's doing. So city staff is hands down some of the best people that I've ever worked with. So I really do appreciate that. One of my main things is I'm a big public safety advocate. I believe in supporting police and fire. We have a Southside fire station that is currently unmanned. And the people in South Ocean Shores are paying higher insurance rates, fire insurance rates, than other areas of the city. And in order to get everybody on that same page and paying the same rate, we need to man that Southside fire station, and that is pivotal and it's important. We rely on our fire department to handle a lot of our first aid care because we don't have a clinic. And I think supporting the fire department and supporting the EMS is really pivotal to helping Ocean Shores continue to be the wonderful community we all love to live in. The police department, they are in dire need of a new police station. Police departments don't operate the same way they used to. They act as a public service organization. They're out doing your mental health checks and evaluations. Police departments didn't used to do that. They were there to uphold the law, but they act in a different way now. Not that they don't uphold the law, but they do act in a different way. They act as that social service organization that we don't have, and we need to support that. We found across the state, police departments are having difficulty keeping and hiring police officers. I think that's something we need to encourage and foster in this city, and I think we need to work with the school district and look at recruiting local talent that live here, that have grown up here, that we know when we send them for training to be a police officer, they're going to want to come back and stay here, and that's really important. The City of Ocean Shores has an enormous checklist of things that we need to do. We need to take care of our fresh waterways. We need to redevelop in our golf course. We need to we need infrastructure improvements. We have police and fire. The best thing that we can do as a community is to prioritize all of those things and budget responsibly and start checking them off. That's what we need to do, and that's what I promise to work on. So if you have any questions, I will be available to answer.
With some great points, please ask them questions. Don't be shy. I've been in law enforcement for 25 years here in the harbor, and we need officers. So if you know anybody out there that wants to be a police officer, it's a great place to work. Where else can you drive around on the beach in somebody else's car? You know what I'm saying? So, must have been cold there in my shadow. Never have sunlight on your face. But you were content to let me shine. You never walked that step behind. And I was the one with all the glory. You were the one with all the strength. Only a face without a name. I never once heard you complain. Did you ever know that you were my hero? Everything that I'd like to be. I could fly higher than any